allies of Ukraine vow to cut off Russian oil and gas supplies worldwide. In a decisive move to cripple Moscow's war financing, more than 20 nations that back Ukraine have committed to removing Russian oil and gas from global markets. The declaration was made at a London gathering convened by UK Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer, who described the effort as a chokehold on Russia's military machine. The summit, billed as a coalition of the willing, brought together senior officials from the United Kingdom, United States, European Union, and several other allied states. In recent days, the UK and US have imposed sanctions on Russia's two largest oil producers, while the EU has targeted Moscow's liquefied natural gas exports. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, also present in London, reiterated that only sustained pressure on Russia can halt the conflict, though the meeting stopped short of announcing any new long-range missile deliveries. Zelensky has long argued that supplying Western-made Tomahawk cruise missiles and European-produced rockets would raise the cost of the war for Moscow by striking strategic sites such as oil refineries and weapons depots deep inside Russian territory. However, U.S. President Donald Trump signaled in Washington that he was not prepared to provide Tomahawks at this stage. Russian President Vladimir Putin warned that any use of such weapons on Russian soil would provoke an overwhelming response. The coalition also discussed tapping frozen Russian sovereign assets to unlock billions of euros for Ukraine's defense, though EU leaders hesitated to commit to using the full euros 140 billion stockpile. Denmark's Prime Minister suggested a decision on a potential reparations loan could be reached by Christmas. In addition to financial measures, the Allies pledged to bolster Ukraine's air defense capabilities amid relentless Russian air strikes on civilian targets and critical energy infrastructure. Zelensky warned that Russia is attempting to weaponize winter's harsh conditions to break Ukrainian resolve. While the leaders offered strong rhetoric, concrete operational plans for disrupting Russian oil logistics or delivering new weapon systems were not disclosed. On the ground, Ukrainians continue to grapple with basic shortages. Residents of Odessa and Kiev reported chronic power outages, heating failures, and disrupted water supplies, underscoring the everyday toll of the war. The summit also highlighted humanitarian devastation, including a recent Russian air strike that destroyed a kindergarten in Kharkiv. Dutch Prime Minister Dick Schoof, NATO Secretary-General Mark Rutte, and French President Emmanuel Macron via video link participated in the talks. Although